Southern comfort running through my veins. My mama was the wind and my daddy was a train. I'm the second coming of the midnight rider. I'm a modern day old soul singer, son of a gun and guitar slinger. I spent 10 years picking on a 6-string, working the bar scene, burning it down to the ground, looking for a sound that ain't been found by no one else, sticking true to myself. So I took it up a highway, southbound interstate, counting on a big break, trading my legs for tips, learning to live like I never did. I was dead broke, like a bad joke. Got Southern comfort running through my veins. My mama was the wind and my daddy was a train. I'm the second coming of the midnight rider. I'm a modern day old soul singer, son of a gun and guitar slinger.
Welcome back to a 2012 Hunter's Guide. It is week 6 and the time of the year is fastly approaching that you're going to start seeing bigger bucks, more deer on their feet, especially bucks in the daylight hours. This week is going to be simple. We don't have much hunting footage for you this week. We do have success stories. We do have a failure story, so stay tuned with us. Up first is Dad with the weather. You on?
I ain't ready to be on. Oh, me. Joey and I phone back again with your weather, the Hunter's Guide. And last week was a little different than what I kind of pictured. It was a little more humid and a little temperature was a little warmer than what I thought. That can happen this time of year when you get a stagnant air mass in here, and it's going to be kind of similar this week. I think temperatures will be a little cooler. Josh is going to put up a picture of tomorrow, which is Monday. We've got a chance of showers basically all day and somewhere around a quarter inch of rain or less. I don't think it'll be a washout, but it's going to rain tomorrow, and the rest of the week's going to be dry. Well, I shouldn't say that, because Thursday and Friday there's going to be another cold front come through. But behind these cold fronts is not going to be so much colder. It'll be a little drier, maybe a little windier later in the week, but nothing really. We're not looking at that first frost till later on in the month. I told Josh, I sent him another picture, and it looks like somewhere times around Halloween you can look at all the cold air up north to the north of us, and there's going to be some 0-degree temperatures in the lower 48, probably in the northern tier states, Montana and North Dakota. And some of that colder air will be pressing southward as we look on to the end of the month, sometimes around Halloween. But anyway, that's it for the weather. Temperatures this week is going to be fairly seasonable, highs and lows, 70s, maybe a couple days in upper 60s or 66 or 67 if it's cloudy. But it's going to be a nice week to get out in the woods. Maybe you'll kill you a big old deer, or just kill you a deer, just enjoy the outdoors, whatever. But y'all have a good week, and we will see you next week.
All right, thank you, Pops, for the weather. This week we're going to talk a little bit about the moon phase and how that affects deer movement. Now, a lot of people might have heard theories on how full moon causes the deer to move more at night, new moons this, new moons that. It is a new moon this coming week, and what I want to talk to you about is a deer is primarily nocturnal. He's always going to move at night, no matter if it's a new moon, full moon, or what. Quarter moons, doesn't matter. The kicker is with this upcoming new moon is I really think you're going to start seeing more movement early morning. Now, you know, they talk about full moons and this and that. The full moon's a couple weeks away, which is actually great for the rut, because the rut's a few weeks away here. And so we're looking forward to that. But right now we still got deer to kill. So the new moon is approaching, and I really think you're going to see deer moving early in the morning. So, you know, what you want to do, and this is going to jump right into our stand selection this week. I want you to get your stand primarily close to the bedding area. And why I say that, instead of focusing on the acorn trees or the acorns that are falling off the white oak trees, I want you to primarily get on your bedding area. You know, we're in that October phase where you're seeing probably less activity, less buck sign, because they're all getting geared up, getting ready for the rut. But what they're doing is they're probably getting back to bed pretty early. Make sure you can get in on that bedding area. Stay good with the wind. Make sure your wind is okay. If, in fact, in the mornings when you're going in there, the wind can be blowing into the bedding area because the deer will be coming back towards you. So I want you to sneak in the back door, however you can do that on your property. Know where your bedding area is at, and get your stand up in that place where you can watch deer walk by you coming off the oak trees, coming off the fields that you got planted, whether it's a cornfield, bean field, or just your own food plot. That's the whole key, is if you can go in the back door, get in between the deer as they're moving backwards. I still think early in the morning this week is going to be your best time to kill that big old buck. So that's our stand selection. Up next is our success story. Well, our failure story this week is going to come right here from myself. I know I'm not a failure all the time, but here lately I have been. And the reason is I took my sister hunting, trying to get her first deer with a bow. Now, what we're after is a big mature doe or a nice buck. And I can't get her close to either one. The does this time of year are very smart. They're real, focused on food, but they're real witty, if that makes sense to you. They really pay attention. Right now, they're probably as smart as the bucks are, so that changes up here very soon. When the rut comes, they get dumb as well as the bucks. So, but the does are really smart right now, and us trying to get her close to a mature doe is really, really tough. Now, she can blame her guide, because I am the guide and I have not put her on a deer. So I'm the failure story this week because I cannot even get my sister close enough to a doe to shoot. So call me the failure. But anyway, our success story comes all the way from Steve, and he has killed this buck here that I'm going to show you right now. And while I'm showing you the picture, a few pictures, I'm going to tell you the story. Apparently him and his son Brett, they were hunting in a deer stand. Two different deer stands on the same piece of property, about 300 or 400 yards away from each other. And again, this is the story that I've heard. There was 4 big-bodied deer out in Brett's lane as sun was coming up. Well, it wasn't legal shooting time, and he wasn't able to pull the trigger while they were out there. Well, they moseyed on off, and apparently 1 or 2 of them was fighting in his lane there, sparring with each other a little bit, and moved on to the woods and the thicket, and they were still sparring and fighting in the woods. And they kind of quit, and as they were walking off down towards his dad's stand, he heard the shot. So Steve killed this nice buck, and that is our success story this week. Well, that is all for our show this week. Thanks for watching. We're going to be right back here next week, same time, same place. Check us out on Facebook. Go to our Facebook page and like us, and continue to give us your feedback and give us our success and failure stories to maybe talk about here on the show. Again, we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.